Eagles Super Bowl 59 triumph. A dominant performance and the start of a dynasty? The Philadelphia Eagles' emphatic 40-22 victory over the Kansas City Chiefs in Super Bowl 59 has ignited discussions about a potential dynasty. The post-game coverage, featuring multiple analysts, was a blend of shock, admiration, and high praise for a team that not only claimed its second championship in 8 years but did so by dismantling a dynasty of its own, the Mahomes-Reid-led Chiefs. 1. Jalen Hurts, the quarterback who just wins. The conversation starts, predictably, with Jalen Hurts, who delivered a near-flawless performance. His 17 of 22 passing for 221 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 72 rushing yards on 11 carries underscored both his precision as a passer and his ability to make game-changing plays with his legs. The panelists highlight his leadership, poise, and knack for delivering in high-pressure situations. That's all Jalen Hurts does win. His running was critical, extending plays and making key conversions. He commanded the game in a way that great quarterbacks do on the biggest stage. This performance solidifies Hurts as an elite quarterback in the league, proving that he is not just a system QB but a franchise cornerstone. 2. The real story, a defense for the ages. Despite Hurts' brilliance, the real narrative from this game was the Eagles' defensive dominance. The panel unanimously agrees that this was one of the most lopsided defensive performances in Super Bowl history. Defensive line dominance. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs' offense were completely stifled. They did not cross midfield until the score was 34-0. Mahomes did not complete a pass longer than 11 yards until that same moment. The Eagles' defensive front, Milton Williams, Josh Sweat, and Jalen Carter, was relentless, applying pressure throughout the game. The level of disruption was borderline historic, as the Eagles' front seven overpowered an offensive line that had been the backbone of Kansas City's success in previous Super Bowls. Vic Fangio's masterclass. Much of this defensive masterclass is attributed to defensive coordinator Vic Fangio, who dialed up an aggressive, well-schemed attack that neutralized Mahomes. The panel gives him immense credit, and some even argue this was his finest work yet. Turnovers and playmakers. The Eagles' defense forced 3 turnovers. Cooper DeJean's pick six was a defining moment, effectively sealing the game at 17-0. The Eagles' defense forced 13 turnovers to just 1 giveaway throughout the postseason, an absurd differential. The Eagles' defensive unit, often overshadowed by the offense, stole the show when it mattered most. 3. Complementary football, a balanced Eagles attack. Beyond individual excellence, the panel discusses how the Eagles won as a complete team. They were balanced on offense, even when the run game wasn't as efficient. They stuck with the ground game just enough to keep the Chiefs honest. Hurts' dual-threat ability kept the chains moving. This ability to play both power football and an explosive aerial attack speaks to why the Eagles were the best team all season long. 4. Organizational excellence. The rise of an elite franchise. Jeffrey Lurie's gold standard. The discussion shifts toward owner Jeffrey Lurie, with panelists praising his 2-decade-long commitment to excellence. 5 losing seasons in 25 years. 4 Super Bowl appearances in that span. Now multiple championships, defeating legendary QB coach duos, Brady Belichick and Mahomes-Reid. Lurie's ability to build a consistent winner, on par with franchises like the Ravens, Steelers, and 49ers, cements his legacy as one of the best owners in the NFL. Howie Roseman's Hall of Fame resume. There's also praise for GM Howie Roseman, whose ability to rebuild on the fly has kept the Eagles perennially competitive. He built a Super Bowl-winning roster in 2017-18, reset, and did it again. His ability to draft and acquire talent has set the Eagles apart. Now he's being mentioned in Hall of Fame conversations. Lurie and Roseman together have established the Eagles as an elite organization. 5. Are the Eagles a dynasty in the making? With 2 Super Bowl titles in 8 years and a young, well-constructed core, the panel flirts with the idea of the Eagles becoming the next NFL dynasty. They have a franchise QB. They have an elite defense. They have arguably the best front office in football. They've already beaten 2 dynasties, Patriots, Chiefs, on the sport's biggest stage. The discussion acknowledges that true dynasties require longevity, but the pieces are in place for the Eagles to dominate for years to come. Final thoughts. A statement win that elevates the Eagles' legacy. This 40-22 rout of the Chiefs wasn't just a championship win, it was a statement. The Eagles weren't lucky. They were dominant. They outclassed the reigning dynasty in every phase. Their organizational foundation suggests this isn't a one-off. The panel agrees, this may just be the beginning. If the Eagles continue on this trajectory, they may solidify themselves as the NFL's next powerhouse franchise. Verdict: a historic night for the Eagles and a warning shot for the NFL. The conversation after Super Bowl 59 is less about what happened on the field and more about what it means moving forward. Philadelphia has arrived, again. And this time they might be here to stay.